Welcome to the Blue Ocean Road podcast. Hey, George. Hey, George.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R. Stenberg. Dave, I'm out here dinking had. Being a dink.
Oh, yeah?
It's cold out here. Damp cold. How's it over there?
Oh, it looks like it's cold outside. I don't know. I didn't test it. It's been cold this week, though.
Past 10, 12 days, we're the coldest part of the country. The lower 48, anyway.
Hey, hooray for us.
Yeah.
We win.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm real
Good.
good. I'm wondering where everybody else is. This is the classic beginning to this podcast. Me trying to find the other guys.
The other guys.
The other
Where
guys.
are we?
Where are they? You got it
Mike
from,
was over yesterday.
You got it from the text, right? Text message?
Yes, I did.
Right. So that's there. And I emailed. So, hey, it's me and you, buddy.
Hey, Mike was over yesterday. Brought over some barley wine ale.
Cool.
It's very nice.
Very
Yeah.
nice. We got some nice clear weather. Tomorrow's going to be clear, what I understand. It's good stargazing night.
But not tonight.
I don't know about tonight. I'll look right now. No, it looks like clouds.
Looks like this, right?
Yeah. I don't see much there.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Mike Kennedy. Hey, Mike.
Morning. How you doing?
Voices. I hear voices. I hear everybody's voice.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Good work.
What's the subject today, guys?
What do you say?
What's the subject today?
Good question.
I am mighty.
Isn't the host supposed to have this all prepared?
Yeah, it's
I
supposed to
am
have a script.
dinky. I'm a goddamn dink today.
You're a dink? Double income, no kids?
Well, no, the old-fashioned meaning of dink. Just a dink.
An old dink.
Yeah,
An old fucking dink.
an old dink.
I need a name.
Oh boy.
Vaping Dave.
Old fart. That's bad, old fart. No, like an old fart. Actually, old farts aren't bad because they dissipate. They don't smell. It's those new ones.
Depends.
Yeah,
Those people
depends
eat
what's
eggs.
in it depends.
Those people who eat eggs, those farts never dissipate.
Egg farts.
They're the worst.
Ew.
That's carbs that make me fart.
Hey, speaking of farts, it looks like that New York System weenie joint up on Orm Street is going to close. They're not going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
They've been there since 1927, and it don't look like they're going to make it to 2027.
One and only, though?
No,
No,
the one on Orm Street near the Capitol State.
that one makes it. The one in Oneyville makes it because it was on TV. So people, they visit Rhode Island, they go to the Oneyville one.
Which one's the original?
The one on Orm Street.
Oh,
I delivered milk there twice a week, and I had heartburn twice a week. I even swear, I said, before I went in, I said, now damn it, don't buy any fucking wieners, right? The minute I walked in, I smelled it, right? I said, 3 all the way, right? While I'm putting the milk cans away. Come out, eat them in the truck. and then just regret it the rest of the route. And I finally smartened up. I got Tums and I threw them in my truck. There was a long time I didn't have antacids in there, even though because I had DePalmaris on a different route on a different day. And I'd go in there and say, don't get a calzone. Do not do that because they had just made them when I got there. And they would say, take anything you want, right? So, all right. So I just grab a calzone. I eat that in the truck. And that was first thing in the morning. So that was even worse. I went to Elm Street like near the end of my, like it was like 3 in the afternoon, 3 or 4. So it was only a couple hours of hell. Once I was with your sister, Mikey, and we went to Odeyville, right? And we're going up Smith Street. She says, stop the car. You know, she said, stop the car, right? You know how, like, she demands something to stop it. You know how she said that, right? I just slammed on the brakes because she could do that to me, right? And she opened the door, just blah, all over Broad Street. All over Broadway, rather. That was the last time I went, too. Stop the car! First she says it like I said, yeah.
It's Tuesday heartburn or Thursday heartburn?
Yeah, for me, it's everyday heartburn.
I guess that was like what happened to you, Mike. I witnessed it. Somebody ate a dog and just violent reaction.
Yeah, mystery meat.
Yeah, mystery.
Mystery meat hot dog.
It's not really a mystery. We all know. We know what's in there. We know going in. So anyway, that's not going to be a thing anymore. You know, so to be less vomiting in Rhode Island after that.
Well, maybe one less wiener place.
Those were good. There was one in Warwick. I forget exactly where, but I delivered there too. That one.
When we were kids, we used to always go to this one. We used to always go to this one on Route 5 called Wiener Rama.
You sure that was wiener? You sure there was food in there?
Yeah.
That's good. That's a relief almost.
They stack him on his arm, you know.
Yeah.
Put the buns on his arm and put the hot dogs in and the sauce and everything. Make them right on his sweaty, filthy arm.
Yeah.
That's where the flavor magic happens.
Yeah, right. You get a curly on there. You got like extra curlies.
Damn.
Big old gorilla.
Do they have anything such as that in New Hampshire there, Mike? You know, some local food that's just locally specific to New Hampshire.
Yeah, they got a couple diners that are really, iconic diners, New Hampshire diners. There's one in Manchester, and been there 100 years,
But do they have a specific food item like the wiener up there?
Not really. Nah.
I think in Vermont, it's going to be that maple candy, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, man, I can't do it. I take like a little piece. It feels like my eyeballs are just going to just recede into my brain, right?
That's high-test sugar, man.
Oh,
When my grandmother, my grandparents came back from Montreal, they'd go up every year. They'd bring that back for all of us.
Here, kill yourself with this.
There you go, man. And then you'd want to eat it, but you start eating and it's like, holy shit, it's a lot of sugar in this.
Yeah, there's like more sugar than sugar.
Oh, it's delicious.
Even as a kid who's supposed to love sugar, I felt like it was too much.
Yeah, that's enough now.
Yeah, maple sugar.
So that's Vermont. New Hampshire, I don't know. Well, he's from New
Maine's
Hampshire.
got the red hot dogs.
Diner. We all have diners.
In Maine, you got those red hot dogs.
Maine's got to be lobster, right?
Now they got a red hot dog. That's like you get them in Maine. I don't ever seen them anywhere else.
Yeah, down south. They're all down south in Texas. Yeah, they all got those red hots. Oh, yeah.
They're not hot, though. They're just red.
Oh, yeah? Just red hot dogs?
Yeah.
They got a red casing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
The main thing.
It's a main thing.
I guess.
The further you go north in New Hampshire, poutine becomes kind of big,
I like poutine.
Poutine, yeah.
Out west is biscuits and gravy. The gravy's kind of unique out there.
Yeah, biscuits and gravy. Down south too.
Yeah.
Greasy grits.
Oh my God. ugh, I used to eat a whole plate of that shit. There was another one I liked too. It was like a chipped beef. It's more like chunks of bacon almost, like chipped beef. Anyway, I don't know what chipped beef means. So he took an axe to it or something.
SOS.
Yeah, shit on a shingle. That's on the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing goes to waste.
it's a special. A
It
special.
goes in the same. It comes out the same way it goes in.
Yeah, the short order cook drank a lot last night. He ain't feeling really up to it this morning, but he can make you some. You can shit on a piece of bread for you. What state would that be from?
Yeah.
Rhode Island has the most foods as far as the state goes, that are unique to that state.
Coffee syrup.
Clam cakes.
Clear chowder.
Hog chowder.
Rolled vinegar on the French fries,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people think that's weird when you do it. They go, what the fuck you doing?
Everybody else thinks that's weird in any other state.
Yeah.
Most restaurants here have the malt vinegar right on the table for you.
Yeah. I mean, they got salt and vinegar potato chips, right? They sell that all over the fucking place,
But they don't put vinegar in those. It's got some weird chemical reaction that goes on. They develop some weird chemical reaction to go on in your mouth to simulate the vinegar flavor. Yeah, you look at the ingredients in those things. There's no fucking with all these chemicals here.
That's the last thing you want to do is read the bag.
There's no vinegar in here.
No, but you've already made the bad decision of buying that bag in the first place. So don't read the label.
It's a chemistry experiment.
Yeah. Yeah, better life through food additives, man.
I just thought of something. There used to be a thing called the Frito Bandito on TV. If you run that ad now, the meltdown would be fucking horrendous. The Frito Bandito, holy shit.
Mostly from white liberals, though, I think.
I don't think. I am the Frito Bandito. I love Frito corn chips. I love them. I do. I eat Fritos corn chips. I'll give some to you. There's marketing right there.
If you have Fritos corn chips, I take them from you, or some. I think that was one of the lines
Bandito, man. This is a Frito heist.
Yeah, them white lids would be up in arms over that. Boy.
Man,
they're fucking awful people. The worst people in the world.
Well, no, but they have this simulated outrage, about selective outrage about things that really don't matter.
It doesn't have selective outrage about things that really don't matter.
Yeah, I mean they do, and it's just face it.
I mean, who doesn't?
I'm trying to get along without any of it.
Good luck.
Trying just to relax,
I'm outraged.
I'm trying to think.
I had jury duty for tomorrow.
You do?
Tuesday, and then they canceled it.
Oh,
and I thought, well, that's great, man. This is the second time. That's great. But then they said, but you'll probably get called up before June. I'm like, what the fuck,
Mike?
How many times you got to try and hang a guy before you let him go?
Mike, I had a doctor write a note about my back saying I couldn't sit long, which is true. Like I couldn't sit through a trial,
Oh, that's interesting.
So I said no, and that was it. That was it.
I can't sit very long either.
You're old too. No, I mean there's no reason. I've been down there. I did it once. It was awful. It was just flat awful. You know what it was? It was that week of 9/11. It was. I remember. Yeah, I did jury duty like that next weekend. It was still all over the news and shit. We're all just sitting there.
I brought a book, when I've had to do it, I brought a book, and you just sit there reading all day. Make sure it's a good book.
I brought my...
Catch up on your daytime television. They have one little screen in the corner. Watch your daytime television.
Dr. Phil.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
all I
was
need,
awful.
Dr.
Just
Phil.
the TV.
Yeah,
just
put me on a
morning
jury
TV.
after watching Dr. Phil. I'm like, give him the chair. Fucking hang him.
I've had it. They don't arrest innocent people.
That's right. That's what you tell them when they ask you questions. If he's arrested, he must be guilty.
That's right.
I can spot a guilty man just by looking at him. I don't need any evidence.
I know your tricks.
Yeah. Let's save the trial. Just let me have a look at him. That's how you get out. I mean, what's the incentive to actually go to trial these days? It's very expensive to put on a trial for the state and for the lawyers and everything else. The
anyway.
incentive
Oh no,
to settle out
they
of court.
prove it. Even if you're going to go alone and be Johnny Lawyer, why not?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Yeah. Fuck no. Well, yeah, prove it.
But there's like very little incentive to actually bring the shit to trial. They just assume you fucking plead bargain your way out of it, and why waste the court's time and money and whatnot?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have that, but
I guess
there's not a lot of incentive for people to want to be on a jury either.
There's none.
No, but
I mean, they don't give you any money. Like, all right, your employer can't fire you for this, but too fucking bad, you're on the jury.
I got in trouble at work because they canceled. My boss was pissed, almost like it was my fault. It was weird. This lawyer called me while I was driving, and I won't make a phone call while I'm driving, right? So I waited till I stopped driving. My boss was pissed I didn't call him earlier. He was just mad because he had arranged it and all. It was like special. The thing is, it was work for him. He had to it wasn't just like I was taking a vacation day. He had to fill out some shit to make sure I had the 2 days, and then now
right,
and
had
so that was
your
just
work covered and whatnot. I was in the federal courthouse waiting for jury duty, and they'd march you back and forth across the courthouse, and they'd have these guys in suits with badges on and stuff, and they'd manhandle you down the corridor, like move you along like cattle. It was very disgusting. It's very dehumanizing, even as a potential juror, let alone the suspects or whatever, the people.
They
that
probably just forgot who they were walking. Usually they're sent.
No, they did this to the whole jury pool. They manhandled us back and forth, and they were like yelling at us. We don't move when we're told you're going to, it's all these consequences you're going to get. You need to move exactly when we tell you to move. You need to sit when we tell you to sit.
We'll put you on trial.
Wait when we tell you to wait. Exactly. It's like, who the fuck is the criminal here, man? It's like,
you should just ask.
Why would anyone want to do that?
What crime did I commit?
Well,
no, you're just.
Well, we saw like 12 Angry Men and stuff, right? So in our heads, like mine anyway, it's like, it'd be like, civil duty, all that shit. And you get down there and it's just this gross room with yellow cigarette smoke all over everything from an era when you could smoke in there, which is over. But
I had jury duty when you could smoke in there. It was awful.
Oh, yeah. But like back when that was the thing, like restaurants, buses, airplanes. I mean, it was good I smoked. I was on a ship. A fucking ship. There's no windows on that fucking thing. Everybody's chain smoking and shit. Even if you didn't smoke, you smoked. There's no escape. Unreal, man. I don't know how. Like, there was a lady in Stop and Shop on the other end of the aisle I was in. I entered that, and she was on the very end of it. I could smell her. I could smell the cigarette smoke from there. But holy fuck! I used to go through life like that.
Yikes. I didn't know that smoke was trial.
What? Say that again?
I didn't know that smoke was my trial. I didn't know that smoke was my trial.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I lit up in your truck. We're in a pickup truck, right? 3 of us. Mikey's in the middle, and I light up a cigarette. Hey, I didn't want to smoke with my meal. Yeah, so sorry, right? I didn't think of it. It's just like,
Yeah, it was good days.
Gigging back in the day, being in bars, bars were heavy smoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You'd
be in that bar all night. Your guitar smelled like cigarette smoke. Like everything.
Yeah.
Well, even as a kid, sitting there in your grandma's kitchen with your aunts and uncles all around, everybody smoking in the whole place.
It was
that
worse
was considered
in the car.
normal.
My father smoking in the car, smoking. He would go in the bathroom.
Oh, those are the worst.
Morning.
I know that had a special smell, right?
Oh my God!
Cigarette and
one
shit.
smell wasn't. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, it was worse. It's better. It was just shit.
It's an unholy mixture.
Yeah. That was Well, you saw it. You get close to the bathroom. You saw the ashes in the sink. You go, oh no, and you get it. No, oh fuck, but I can't. I gotta go.
60-year-old guy smell.
That was fucking bad.
Bad.
Like in the winter in a car, right? There'd be like 4 adults, four men of the 60s, crew cuts and everything. Well, the cigarettes just lit right. Four guys in a car with the windows up.
Yeah.
And you can say something, right? But you there's like, what the fuck up?
Yeah.
Blow your
Smack.
face.
Shut up.
Shut up, you punk kid.
Tough it up. And then later when you end up smoking it, they're like they're all crazy about it, like you fucking.
Yeah, they're angry at you.
Yeah, they're mad as hell. So you've been blowing shotguns in my face my whole life. What the fuck?
I'm addicted.
Yeah.
I'm already addicted.
I didn't even get dizzy. I hotboxed my first cigarette, you know? Yeah. I hadn't seen Dad all day, and I was shaking.
Dad, can we go for a ride in the car?
Mom, what's wrong with me?
Bathroom, take a dump. I gotta go in there and take some deep ones. Because
Dad, roll up your windows, Dad.
Yeah.
But it's 90 degrees out. But roll up the windows. I need another hit.
Hey, Dad, don't you have to go to the bathroom this morning?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, he didn't need. He smoked everywhere. Prefer somewhere else. You know? Hey, have a beer, Dad. Have 2.
Here, hold my beer while I light my cigarette.
Yeah, I know.
Here, hold my cigarette while I open this beer.
Yeah. Watch me do both at once. I'm that good. I could light a cigarette, open a beer, and shift.
I know, steering with your
back
knees.
from a canoe trip, right? He had all these windburns. You went alone. You didn't tell nobody. You just went down it, right? And I was going, wow, you really should tell somebody before you do something like that. It's like, it's not safe. And he says, yeah, this is from a guy who's driving around with a bear between his legs. That's what he said. You shut me down. I'm like, yeah, all right, sure. Yeah. I was driving, I had a bear between my legs. You know?
It was a dangerous trip, but it was a good trip.
Yeah. I was giving you shit
I got
about
windburn,
safety.
but
That was the wind. Giving you safety tips. Like, don't drive around with me.
I need to call Morgan and Morgan. I'm a victim of secondhand smoke.
Oh.
Sue
Morgan,
those bastards. Yeah, they big up there too. 'Cause look at all the billboards down here.
What? Lawyer billboards?
Lawyer billboards.
Morgan and Morgan, yeah, they're everywhere. I mean, hear people talking across the country, making references to Morgan and Morgan.
The other day with
Can't hear you, Mike.
I'll sue.
I asked somebody the other day what a pack of cigarettes costs.
How much are they?
$10, he said.
What?
$10
10? That's cheap.
for a pack of cigarettes.
They were more than 10 when I quit. That was a couple of years ago. Oh, they're coming down? Ooh, maybe I'll start up again.
Because there are less smokers
I know
now,
a place you
so
can
the
get.
price
You
comes
can get them
down.
for $5 a pack.
When we go to sea on the ship, a cotton was $3 because we were nowhere near a state or anything. There was tax free in the middle of the ocean. So that's when you bought them. $3. $21
Wow.
on 7 cottons. That's what I would
That's
buy.
great.
And everybody on the ship did it, and now everybody lit up. So, yeah, what the fuck? You used to walk by like they had the ashtrays or like a can, and there were always like filters burning in it, right? And they had that like little woof, that like insane like chimney coming out of it of burning filters.
Smoldering filters.
Smoldering
Big
cigarettes.
pile of.
Yeah, you go by. Sometimes you just dump water in it or something.
That's what I loved about living in Warwick, because you walk along the streets of Warwick, and there's right on the gutter where the street meets the curb. There's nothing but cigarette butts.
You pointed that out to me.
Thousands and thousands of them.
When we were walking to that bar near your place, when you lived on West Shore Road. Yeah, yes. I remember you bringing that up and pointing it out. Yeah, it's like
it's like that all year.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
You know, the smoke, and it goes right out the window.
That was like one of those jobs they gave us in the Navy when you didn't know how to do anything else. Paint this or go out there and pick up all the cigarette butts. That was a big thing. That was a big military thing to do. They called it policing the area.
Arrest those cigarette butts.
Or anything else on the ground. Condoms weren't a thing yet. Oh, Christ. Oh, Mike, there was that story you told about that guy who there was that alley with all the rubbers.
Oh, yeah.
Tell that one. That's fucking funny as a motherfucker.
I think I told it on this before.
No, you didn't tell the world. You told me. You told us. No, this is good. The fucking guy. I've told it. It doesn't work because I wasn't there, I guess.
You weren't there. I was there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell it. You
That's
guys
funny as a motherfucker.
So we get to the job site. It's late, and the coffee truck's going to be coming soon. And the plumber. Now we knew that this alley always had fresh, dirty condoms because the Boston Common was right around the corner, and the guys would pick up prostitutes, and they'd come down this little alley, and they do their thing and toss the condoms out the window in front of this job site. So the plumber gets this foil from a stick of gum. He puts it on the ground and takes a brand new fresh condom out of it and puts it on the foil. And then when the coffee truck comes and all the guys are out there and the boss and everything, and we already know like there's always condoms everywhere. He says in front of everybody, he goes, "Hey, what's this?" And he picks up the condom he placed down there. He says, "Is this a balloon?" And he starts to blow into it. And all the guys are like picking up their coffee and their sausage pepper sandwiches. And like, no, don't do that. And he's like blowing it up like this balloon. It's the funniest thing I ever seen. We happened to see him do it. Like he said, "Watch this," like, because we were there. And so, that was a great prank.
Evil. Yeah, that could be repeated. That's why the world must know this is something you can do at work. This is a new activity.
So, but if you know it, right, you see your coworker doing it, then you go out there and you replace his new fresh condom with one of the dirty old condoms.
No, that ruins it. That ruins everything. Oh, yeah.
It's like a double prank.
Oh, yeah, that's like, man, that's more than a prank. That's like, I don't know, it's like murder. That's not cool, man. Well, yeah, it would be easy to do. I mean, they're laying around all over the place, right? But then you gotta, you gotta like do it.
What you got, Mike?
I don't know,
let's say you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, right? For the sake of argument, let's say it's $10 a day, right? $70 a week, all right? $280 a month. Round it, $300 a month.
Yeah.
3 times 12.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was buying a pack for myself, a pack for my son, and a pack for my wife. Three. You had to get 6, and it was over $60, and that was going to be 2 days maybe, depending if somebody started drinking or something.
I've heard people say this joke where they add up all the money and say, do you realize you've been smoking for 10 years? You could have bought yourself a brand new Corvette. And the guy goes, "Well, you don't smoke, right?" "Well, no." "Well, where's your Corvette?" So I guess the money gets spent one way or another. I don't know. I think it's kind of a...
Oh, no, I've noticed it.
It's kind of a waste.
No, I'm saving money. Yes, it was a big chunk of my budget. I'm aware of it, and now that I don't buy them anymore, lot more cash on hand. But I'm doing it. I bought a box of cereal for like $7.50 or something the other day.
Really?
The big,
Wow.
yeah, the family size of Special K. Like a can of peaches is like, I don't know, $2.56, $2.60, something like that, right? So I buy a shitload of those. But for what cigarettes cost, I can eat 4 cans of. Yeah, I eat them all the time. I love fucking canned peaches and peach juice, not in pear juice, not that heavy syrup shit. Just
Peaches and
just pear
beans.
juice is good. Oh, water's works too. So, hey George,
They're all
that's
peaches and-
that looks toasty. Now, you're with the cat pee.
Yeah. I love cats.
I can smell it
Oh
from
boy,
here.
do I love cats. Wish I had a nice little kitty.
Yeah. Well, close your eyes. You can
Disease.
pretend.
Now this thing just spit me off.
Toxoplasma
This is-
gondii.
This thing spit me off, and I don't know. I thought maybe the equipment was getting cold or something, so
Yeah.
it came
That
down.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming
Anyway.
in good.
Yeah,
Good. Better than before.
Mikey's
Yeah, that
still a
first
little
time
bit
you went
blurry
down there, it
and
was all
muffled.
shitty, but who knows why? Maybe somebody was vacuuming and you didn't know.
No,
Blow
why do it
drying their
outside?
hair. I know when I blow dry my hair, it causes interference on the TV. Back
Yeah,
when
you
there was a
can't have
TV and I had hair. I don't have either one of those things anymore. I do
So
actually have an antenna.
So the way my screen is, the 2 bald guys are on top.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm
when you
not
get-
bald. George isn't bald.
oh, bald enough. Look.
Mikey's bald.
Oh wow, I'm like,
Oh, he's got a little hair in the back. I thought you
holy
shaved your head.
shit! Look at that shit, man. I have pictures of myself, of like that picture you had, Mike, of me with just on the side. But like a year or two before that, there was a nice little land bridge up here, right? And it looks like I'm wearing a Walkman. There's like 2 years of my life where it's just like, what the fuck's on my head? And I look at it every time and say, you fucking shaved that, man. How did you go out like that? It looks so fucking stupid. It's just the land bridge, yeah. It was good when it finally, and now
The
it's just
land
like, get
bridge.
the fuck off my head. It's all this patchy
You
bullshit.
see those
Hey, women like that bald look, you know?
You get used to
People
it.
go bald on people who go bald on the top and then they let the sides grow real long.
It's all right. It works if you wear a hat.
Yeah, the
Doesn't
hat.
look, man.
You gotta wear a hat. Like all
The
the time.
bozo,
Like,
bozo look, you know.
The bozo look. Like Larry from the Three Stooges.
and if you wear that hat, and that's why you like baseball, so you can get away with wearing that fucking hat everywhere. So,
Dave,
when
used to
people
call 'em
go
what, the
like,
poor-
hey, do you like
poor man
baseball? You go,
toupees?
no, why?
Dave used
Almost
to call him
time.
the poor man toupee.
It is a poor man's toupee. Spencer's Gifts had a hat like that, but it had hair, like it had long hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be a hippie, insta hippie. Get stopped all day.
It's
Yes.
yeah.
It's a
pulled
good
over.
old boy mullet.
When the rednecks surround you, take your hat off and go, no, I'm one of you. Look.
Supplies.
So,
I'm a skinhead. I like that story you had the time you decided to shave your head just before the racist skinheads were on Geraldo.
It was back when I didn't watch TV at
You
all.
didn't know about the skinhead movement.
Everybody's treating me like an asshole all day, right? I have no fucking idea why, right? And it's a Jesus. I don't fucking. Then it made like I found out like later. I said, "Oh, skinheads just became a thing. Just
Right.
nobody heard about it before. It was just like you shave your head. You weren't like you'd never.
You
say, "Hey,
shaved
I'm a
your head
Nazi,"
just
you
when
know?
it hit, so everybody assumed you were like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm one of them.
What a day that was. I had no idea. What the fuck? You know, I had no idea why the fuck this was happening, you know? I mean, nice old ladies and shit. Oh, what the fuck? Like everybody, you know?
Fuck you, Nazi.
The black welfare mother with the 3 kids, that nice lady, yeah? She was good to me. Like, it was really, Like they got it. I mean, it was hot. The reason I did it, right? I was rearranging my load. It's the middle of fucking summer. It was a hot fucking day, and there was no there was no air conditioning in there. I was just sitting on a hot engine, right? And then I was in the back, and I'm rearranging the milk load. I had to do it once, so I finally get the shit. Anyway, I'm back there, and I'm sweating my ass off, right? And then a strand of hair just starts pumping sweat right into my fucking eye, right? One strand. Right, so I'm like, fuck, right? Then then the other came down. Like I got strands of hair just pumping sweat into my eyeballs, right? I had to fucking drop everything. You're like, what the fuck, right? And that night, that's the night I did it. I went home. I said, this shit is gone. Fuck hair. I've done it before. It's happened to me before. On the ship, it happened, but I didn't care. I was in the middle of nowhere. I was gonna be at sea for like 60 days, you know. We got in trouble for that. That was another thing that had come up again. Actually, the captain came out and said, I see a bunch of sailors shaving their head. I want you to stop doing it. And yeah,
why?
It was another thing. It was like maybe it was a skinhead thing before or something. It's like something that was being done in prison, but nowhere else. I don't know. It was like, I forgot. There was a thing. It was like I joined a gang or something. No, I just shaved my head, but I mean, I don't know. There was like 5,000 sailors, so somebody shaved their head, but they were also nuts, you know, maybe. I don't fucking know. But I had just done it. Why? That's what I never do. I did. I think it had something to do with that, being a Nazi and shit.
I remember you shaved your head once because you thought it would keep you from going bald when you got older.
No, I didn't shave my head. It was when I came out of boot camp. I didn't do it. They did it to me.
You were telling us like you guys are going to be bald when we're old.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying, but I didn't initially shave my head. My head was just shaved, and I was trying to come up. I was trying to look on the bright side. You know what I mean? That's what I was doing.
There was no bright side.
No, obviously.
I don't know. This gets pretty bright.
The top side is the bright side.
You should see me in the sun, man. I fucking
I can't.
Yeah.
It's reflecting off of you.
That's right. It's
That's
like a weapon. It's like a super weapon.
Chrome Dome.
That's right.
Hey, any of you guys seen Killers of the Flower Moon yet?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's a good movie. It's hard to watch because it's real. It actually happened, you know.
You know, it's a better movie. You know, it's a better movie.
It's well done.
Best of Enemies. You ever hear that movie, Best of Enemies?
How do you know it's better than Killers of the Flower Moon if you haven't seen
Because
Killers of the Flower Moon?
It also addresses. It's about a Klansman, a Ku Klux, like a hardcore Klansman, and this black activist in the same town, and they're like enemies. They're like blood enemies, right? And
You know this is better because you saw both of them?
more enjoyable, okay?
Because you saw both of them.
No, I didn't see the other one. But I know.
Well, then how do you know it's better?
Because I don't fucking.
Because you don't fucking
I don't
care.
like the subject. I
don't
know the
care what you
story.
guys are talking about. I want to talk about my thing. I'm going to interrupt what you guys are saying, and I want to talk about my thing.
You can't say one's better than the other, mother.
Yeah, okay. And I did. And I'll say it again.
It's two different subject matters.
No,
It's entirely different.
you're wrong.
It's two completely different subject matters.
Yeah, that movie's on my
That is
list. I
really
want to
good.
see it. I haven't had a chance. I'm a big
Which
Martin
one?
Scorsese fan.
Mine are his.
Killers of the Flower Moon. I like the
acting's
subject
really
matter. I like the director. I like the cast.
I
So I'll
heard
get to it at some point.
I heard an interview with the cinematographer yesterday on Mark Maron.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
It got me thinking about it again because I had forgotten about it. And that guy, man, he was the cinematographer for so many great movies.
yeah.
Yeah, just like a huge list of great movies.
Yeah, they're like big stars, like the unsung stars of the cinema world are the cinematographers. Some of
Right.
them are amazing. We take them for granted. We don't know who they are, but they're responsible for some of the best filmed movies that we've ever seen. And
Definitely, that's what the interview was about. Like how those are the guys that really make the movie. You know.
Oh, yeah, they're one of them.
they set up the shot, they set up the angles, they set up the lighting, they set up the color palette. They do all
Everything about it. They've got a hand in, and
they can make shit movies look great, you know.
All right. Well, who's a famous cinematographer that we know the name of?
There are ones like Stanley Kubrick, who directs and is the cinematographer, and then he has cinematography consultants come in and help him with some shots and stuff. But you're right, you don't know them there by name. I don't know many by name.
That's the whole point, is you don't know these guys, but they're responsible for all these great movies. This guy's name was Rodrigo Prieto, Prieto.
And
Rodrigo.
The interview on Mark Maron, if you want to hear it.
Sure.
It's the latest one. It's pretty interesting because he was the cinematographer of like so many great movies that I had no idea. You know.
Do you remember the other ones that he was involved with? The others that maybe we've seen?
Yeah, I'm looking them up now.
Other Martin Scorsese films, maybe, or?
So I think so. Rodrigo.
You guys ever listen to commentary tracks on movies?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love doing that. If it's a director and he likes and he talks about the movie and doesn't get like all distracted. Kevin Smith does that. Kevin Smith is like he just did a bong hit and he's all over the place, but he's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's all right because his movies are kind of okay with that.
The guy that did Secret Window was pretty great. There's this one part where Johnny Depp's walking across a bridge, a land bridge, and then John Turturro comes out of his head like this, just how it's angled. Like you can just see the back of his head, and he turns a certain way, and John Turturro's there. He says he's coming out of his head. Get it? Huh? Yeah. Because they were the same person.
Yeah.
It's fucking great. Yeah, I like him a lot.
There's,
he talks about how he set up the shot, the lighting. He talks about all that, you know. There's this one part where they shoot right at dusk, and they had to do it a bunch of times because it's like that magic light that you get like 7 minutes of it, and like you fucking all right. Tomorrow we'll just come back, set it up again, try. You know, sometimes you don't get it the first time.
It's like that in the morning too. There's that morning light that cinematographer's favor. Yeah.
Now what about the director of photography? That's a different job, but that guy is like supposedly responsible for setting up shots.
Oh no, he talks about those guys. His guys that worked with him. Like he'd say what the cameraman was, you know, stuff like that. He'd credit who was doing shit. He was just directing it. But I mean, it's good. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes you get that guy. Like there'll be another team. Like there's more than one commentary track. They get the cinematographer, you know, and like the script writer to just sit there and talk about it, you know. That movie Hot Candy had a good one. It was the director and the writer, and the other one was the two actors. And they get to the part where it turns, right? And Ellen Page goes, "Oh, do we have to watch any more?" Like there's their old movies. It's like even she didn't want to sit through it.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't want to sit through it either.
That guy Wilson's in everything. He sings. He does the Phantom of the Opera. You ever see that movie, Phantom of the Opera, the new one? He's in that. The pedophile. He's you know, he's singing away, man. He was in Midway too. He plays it. Yeah, he's in a lot of shit. The Conjurings. I always thought those were silly, but he's in them too.
Is that the one about the haunted house in Burrville?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Is it? That's in Burrville?
Yeah.
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 With
Harrisville.
That doll.
Yeah.
Annabelle.
Well, those are the people who go and investigate this hauntings. I forget what their name was. Yeah, they were responsible for the investigation of the doll.
Yeah.
But that was a separate incident kind of thing.
But they took him to the house, right? They like stored him in that house. They take this shit back, so like it made it get even worse there.
It didn't come from the house. It was a whole separate thing that they had investigated.
There, right?
So, no, they didn't. Not that I know of.
Well, I think in the movie they have like a basement full of this shit. Like, and they're all
well,
going to be a movie.
There was very little to go on. I'm sure they had to make a whole bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, I'm
up.
sure. Yeah,
So,
I know.
You could spend the night in that house now for like $500.
Oh yeah.
You can camp out in the yard for like $300.
Oh, we should do the podcast from there. Mike, did you see that?
He's got the money. I don't know. More than I want to spend. I have no interest.
This is just floating by.
Or you can rent a night in Big Pink for like $700.
Really?
Yeah, you can stay there for like $700.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
Yeah, I ain't doing
That'd be cool though. They're like go in there and like rent a place, and then record some music there. You know,
Yeah.
get the band vibe going. You know,
$700.
yeah, we split it between a few people, right? And you can play music, and then you record in the basement where they
So
made
it's like going to the studio,
those basement tapes. You know,
and you set up a mobile studio in there, and yeah, live from the Big Pink.
yeah. So anyway, here's a list of a bunch of films. I mean, there was a ton of Mexican stuff he did before he got more well known, but starting in like 2000, 2001, he did 8 Mile, Frida, 21 Grams.
Frida Kahlo, yeah. That's
21
21
grams.
grams. I've seen that. Yeah, good.
Alexander by Oliver Stone.
Saw that, yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
Nobody saw that.
See,
Nobody's
well,
admitting
yeah.
to seeing that.
I actually did see that. Actually, if only you see it, if only to see like
Oh, yeah.
naked Anne Hathaway. So
Research.
awesome.
It's just research.
I would imagine all the folks, all the gays that wanted to see like two naked guys, but you see more naked Anne Hathaway.
Well,
So it makes it worthwhile.
That's because they knew that women would be dragging their husbands to that movie.
oh,
they gotta
you
give
know
them
what's
something
better?
to look at,
You know
too.
what's better? Heavily into Jeff. Way better.
Better, huh?
Heavily
Okay.
into Jeff.
Did you see both of them?
Heavily.
Heavily.
All right, 2006.
Haven't-
Babel.
That was a Kevin Nealon bit on Weekend Update. He was doing movie reviews. And one of them was heavily into Jeff.
Oh.
And he says, like, he watched it for a while, and it was really interesting, and then he lost it. Well, he was doing all porn tapes, but the very last one was this one. Even the audience went, oh, like that, right? And he goes, yeah, I was interested for a while, and then I lost interest, and then I was confused, and then and a bunch of other things. It was fucking great. Okay, Kevin Nealon. Heavily into Jeff. I'm just going on his recommendation.
2006.
Babel. Remember that movie? Babel?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
I saw that.
The name of it.
That was good. That was
Great
really
movie.
good. Yeah, and a lot of it had to do with cinematography, especially that there was this great apartment they had, the Japanese people, the Japanese family,
Great movie.
that they were like in a penthouse in Tokyo or something. Fucking beautiful. And it was all they were speaking Japanese. The whole movie was their language, and you were keeping up. No subtitles, anything. It was just them acting in their own languages. You know, Brad Pitt was the
Babel.
ugly American.
That'd be a good name for this episode.
What?
just babbling.
Babylon. Babylon.
Babbling.
Blah, 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 blah.
Mike, finish your list. Hurry up, quick. Finish your list.
2010, another Oliver Stone called Wall Street. Money Never Sleeps.
All right. Yep. Saw that.
We Bought a Zoo. Cameron Crowe. Water for Elephants.
Yeah, saw
Argo.
that.
Argo.
Fargo.
Argo. Saw that. Yep. That was good.
Study in Gravity. The Wolf of Wall Street. Martin Scorsese.
Saw that. Yep. That was good.
The Horseman. Tommy Lee Jones. Passengers. Silence. The Irishman. Martin Scorsese.
Irishman's great. Yeah.
Silence. Martin Scorsese.
Saw that one.
Passengers was good.
Barbie
Saw that.
and Killers of the Flower Moon.
The acting was good in Killers of the Flower Moon too.
I'd hope
De
so.
Niro
Boy,
was
they
just-
had like an all-star cast.
Yeah,
I'd hope so. And Martin Scorsese too.
yeah.
What's it on, Mike? Did you see it in the movies or you see it on like Apple or something?
Yeah, I think I saw it on Apple. I think.
TV. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, it's on the list, so I'll get to it. I'm sure at some point.
it's an interesting interview with Mark Maron. This guy, you know.
Yeah, Mark Maron's pretty good. If he's not talking about himself. Usually has a pretty good interview.
He's whining about his own insecurities most of the time.
Yeah.
You can go 20 minutes into one of those interviews and it's not even started talking about the guest yet.
Yeah.
But he's coming around. He's coming to Portland. He's coming to Providence.
Oh yeah.
The Strand. He's going to be at the Strand in March.
Match.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, that's something.
Got to save my pennies. I'm on a fixed income now. Can't see everything that comes to town, you know. God damn it,
Dave.
Yeah, I was saying what the fuck, Mark Ruffalo. That was like 2 before this Rodrigo. I'll download it. I want to listen to this one. Yeah, I like what the fuck.
Hey, Dave, remember you were talking about how much you like Yoshimi Battles the Robots?
Yeah, I listened to it right after that.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're coming to Portland in July, and they're going to do that album live.
Yeah. You can hear Yoshimi in the background. That's great. Yeah, I put on headphones right after that. I said, I got it. Yep, I own it. I own that. I also own 1979, which is Tasteway.
You should go see him live.
I don't know, man.
Don't do that, man.
That's something young people do. God damn it. Go off and see a show, a couple of cities, a couple of states away.
Dave will end up in the mosh pit.
We're old now.
He'll end up in the fucking mosh pit.
Mosh pit.
No, they don't mosh, but they do. Wayne Coyne goes in this big bubble, this big clear bubble, and he gets zipped up into it, and then he goes out onto the audience, crawling around on this bubble on top of the audience.
I don't know. If I end up hanging out with you, Mike, I'd rather just like be in the woods with a giant fire or something. You fucking, take the telescope and do some shit like that, It's better. If I got time with you, I don't want to be in a room with fucking, where my eardrums are blowing out, Just don't.
Well, I've spoken like an old guy.
Yeah. Well, I am.
Speaking about old guys and headphones and blasts from the past, look what I found.
That's when Sony almost.
Old tech, man. Look at that.
Sony
That's an
blew it,
antique.
didn't they?
I bet it still works, too.
I bet you get good money for that.
This was like a prized possession back in the day.
I had one.
I paid big money for it back in the day.
You know what I had in there? Presents. Every time I see one of them, I think of that. Led Zeppelin Presents.
Yeah. I had mixtapes. I used to love the mixtapes. You guys remember mixtapes? Because we used to make them for each other all the time. They were great.
I remember one in particular you made for me. It was awesome. It had some like African music or Barbadian music or some. Remember that?
Yes.
About the song about the guy who lost his pants and he jumped in the steel band.
About Carnival. Yeah.
That had a bunch of great music on that mixtape. That was awesome.
Well, I had access to someone who had an insane amount of CDs. He had like 3,000 CDs, and I was just there on a weekend and just putting CDs together, mixtapes together.
You gave me that tape, Fields of November. I fucking love that tape, and I ended up buying the album.
You gave that to me, Fields of November.
No, you gave it to me, and I recorded it. I burned it from a cassette to a file so we could burn it onto a CD. I made I made a WAV file out of it.
Oh,
I know it was yours. I know it was because it wasn't mine.
I assumed that I always, for some reason, I thought I got it from you. But
no. Okay. Something's happened between that time and this time to one of us. Well, we're in different universes now, right? We crossed over. That's
right.
What are you doing in my universe?
One universe, I gave it to you, and the other universe, you gave it to me. Yes. But, we all gave each other mixtapes. It was great. It was like we all did this, and it was a great thing. Back in the day, it was like a real cool thing to get a mixtape from somebody, and give them out.
You remember that mixtape of the Oyster Band I made?
Yes, I like that. I tried to find that because
That one had-
the tape. I played that so much the tape fucked up, and I wanted to get could hardly find it. But yeah, that was a great one.
June Tabor and the Oyster Band. That was great. Had all this
I
stuff on
remember
it.
Redneck Rampage was another one that had
Oh
a bunch
yeah,
of great music on it. Had Mojo on it and a bunch of great
Yep.
music on it.
The fucking game, yeah. That was George playing that game. George was king redneck. You had to keep a balance of liquor and food, or you'd start like, if you had too much liquor, you couldn't find food. You'd start doing circles.
liquor and food,
Because
man.
I was saying, what's that, George? What are you picking up there? So that's food. So I could maintain.
So I won't be over here. Yeah, and speaking of which, all that alcohol. I had 3 beers and a shot yesterday, and that was more alcohol I think I've consumed in a very long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look good for
And,
something you drank yesterday.
Yeah, but I was Jesus. I
Yeah.
didn't feel so good last night.
No.
I'm not used to it. I'm on a
Ain't
practice,
thinking
man.
what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, a bowl of soup kicks my ass. I laid out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Split
too much
It's all
broth.
about getting old there. Yeah.
I drank too much broth.
Too much split peas, man.
Ah,
What you guys cooking this weekend? Anything good?
if anything is cooked, it's be my wife doing it.
Well, that's true. But is she cooking anything special this weekend?
It's just probably fish tonight, most definitely.
Nice.
Is this a special weekend?
No, it's just a weekend.
No, every weekend special.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
we're
This was
alive and we can eat.
Look at this thing.
Look at that.
They attached.
I've had this for
Look at
years.
that
Look
shit.
at this cassette tape. It's quite a
Oh, I
little
gotta
thing.
get one of those for the car.
Do you have a copy of that mixtape in there, George?
Let me see. I bet I
Those,
do.
Oh man, you got to burn another one for me.
those are those
Put it
Grateful
on the-
Dead. Those Grateful Dead ones you had, all them.
Yeah,
different
those
concerts.
are dead shows. Let me see.
Yeah,
We got.
I remember that box.
You gotta wait
Let's see.
Look at this shit.
Look at that. CDs and all fucking old.
George is a
Material.
survivalist.
Look at this.
He's got his bunker.
Oh, Baka Beyond. You remember that shit? That was wonderful. And
Yeah.
oh, here's a mixtape. Look at this. Sentimental Western music.
Yeah,
Oh, that was
Right.
good.
that was
Yeah, that's really good.
And
You got to digitize
Jesus.
all that.
oh, it's another dead tape from Dead Shows. Dead Shows.
The Dead shows you should burn. We should burn those. I got a
Mike
SoundCloud.
Coat, Durgan Blues, Durgan Bridge Blues. Mike
Man.
Coat, Fred Lee.
Nice.
Look at that. And
Nice. I want to hear that one. But you got to digitize that.
oh, here we go. Here's one right.
Jesus, can you even buy a cassette player? Probably.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
guess. Can't buy VHS tape. You can't. VHS players aren't made anymore.
Oh, it's an old How Lady of Playtill.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and Allen Ginsberg.
Hell yeah.
But the greatest mixtape I think was the all that stuff you gave me for the iPod, Dave. That was just absolutely insane. You know,
Yeah.
all kinds of
When we
stuff.
had our iPods, we pulled all our
Yes.
music together. iPod was the best.
Filled a 60 gig.
I had 56 hours of continual listening without playing the same song twice.
Yeah. That was fucking nice. It's still nice. It is nice. Oh no. Archive go boom.
That's why we don't do this anymore. Right?
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, that's
yeah.
what that's what it was like after you come home drunk from the bar, being
You
in.
can put all that music on your phone now and just carry it around with you. You gotta
Where is it?
digitize that shit. Yeah, I bet you could buy it. You could get a thing you connect your cassette player to your computer with.
You know, it sounds better sitting in an old musty basement and going on
Cat piss.
There's something better about it. You know?
I'll say something about albums. Yeah, just staring at an album, listening to it on the album cover and shit. Looking at the other albums, what you're gonna play next, all that junk,
Yeah.
right? The seeding. Fucking albums, man.
Did you see that documentary about Hypnosis that did all those great album covers? They did all the.
Yes, I did.
That was
That
really
was
good.
great.
What album covers though?
Like all of them.
What do you mean
You know,
all?
all of them. All
That
the
was a
great,
good show.
like
I like
Pink
that.
Floyd Animals and all the Pink Floyd albums.
Oh yeah, Animals was good. That was a really nice one. That's why I thought of getting that poster. Actually,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. That one.
The pig got loose. The big flying pig, it got loose.
Oh, is that right?
Flew away.
And they snapped the shot. Was there a fuck? Let's
They,
prove the
they
insurance
put, they
company
put
that
that
we lost
they
our pig.
superimposed that shot over the shot of the night before they were trying to do it, and the thing didn't happen. Is that it,
Found
George?
it. Found it.
Oh man, digitize that. Make a copy. That's
All
great
right.
music. That's awesome, man. I need that again.
I'll have to get some batteries and see if it still plays. I don't even have a cassette. Well, I do have a cassette player here.
That'll work. If that works,
Yeah.
it'll work.
All right.
Well, you can download it into like what Audacity or something like that.
Use a sound. There's a it's a sound card.
Let's give him all the Dave, but give him something to do for the next 10 years.
Well, I think he'll get right on it, man. He'll have it like down to a
Oh, yeah.
science.
That's
He'll,
it. You get one of
he'll
these.
set up a.
This is USB. It's a sound card, and this is the output. This goes into the input jack of whatever. I digitized all the Audible. Audible, you buy an Audible book, but you can't download it or nothing. So I just played it. Like I got like a 30-hour book. I just
Really?
ran it. I just let it. I had a stand, and my computer just kept recording
What book was
until
it?
the thing ran out.
What book was it?
A bunch of them.
Oh, I need some audiobooks.
You know what's good is Last Stand. It's really good. There's a really detailed description of a Sundance. Actually, a couple of them. All that shit out there. You all right?
Yeah, we'll end it in a minute.
Did you say goodbye?
See you guys. Have a good
See ya.
one.
Go have some eggs.
Go digitize that tape.
Bye.
We'll hook up and do it.
All right. We'll
It's
do it
USB.
Nice.
for
In
sure.
Audacity, like you said. Now it's about
There it
to
goes.
end.
Now it's about to end.
Now it's over. Hey, that's been
Oh,
great.
it's over.
All right.
Haha.
Perfect ending. Hey, what was the title again?
Babel.
Babel.